Hello YouTube, this is the Golper Gamer, back with part 3 of my Let's Play of Pillars of Eternity. I almost forgot the name there. And yeah, in the last episode we journeyed from Silentless into the Valewood and then to Gilded Vale. And we're just at the start of Gilded Vale now, and we actually came across Nanton, who told us about his friend who died. But when we went searching for his friend, we actually came in contact with its spirit. Now, the spirit actually went into her body and told us what happened exactly, and actually Nanton betrayed him. So I mean, we're probably going to see Nanton again maybe, and ask him what the hell happened. But I don't think that has anything to do with the main story. It's just a little maybe side quest or something. And I keep always using the WASD keys by accident as soon as I start these episodes over the actual direction keys. The arrow keys. Oh, cutscene. Or this game's version of them. Oh, what? Is that a tree with dead bodies hanging from it? Creepy. Look at that shit.
You must be one of the new settlers. Welcome to Gilded Vale. You'll be pleased to know that we've had some recent vacancies here.
He glances at the gnarled, leafless monstrosity of a tree next to him. Well, damn. And he said there's vacancies because of all the people hanged? That's creepy. Are you mad? No wonder this place looks... I feel at home. Do you welcome everyone this way? The only answer you hear is the buzzing of flies from the tree.
Of course, we'll need to make some inquiries first. The inestimable Lord Radric VII has taken great pains to insulate our town from Widewind's legacy. Have you ever conceived a Hollowborn child?
So Widewind's legacy, what is that? Lord Radric VII is the, I guess, the owner of the town, the sheriff, the king of the area, so to speak. I mean, Hollowborn. Well, I'm not sure if my character has, but I would say no. But mind your own damn business.
The well-being of this village is my business. You'd best get used to the idea if you intend to live among us.
Well, I mean, if you hang people from trees, you wouldn't really want to live among you.
I should warn you, stranger. Here in Gilded Vale, we have a special place for dissidents, charlatans, and those who would hide a curse in our midst. His lordship's wife is with child and due any day now. Without his approval, I shan't be able to find you a permanent settlement. It will have to wait until after the birth. We can continue our interview then, after the bell tolls from Radric's hold to signal my lord's new heir. In the meantime, you can find temporary accommodations at the inn just southwest of here.
I'd like to report a murder so I can report Nanton, but we've no evidence. We literally spoke to a spirit which told us that's hardly evidence, and even if it was, this guy says that he's no time for charlatans and mystics and stuff. So like, if I said that, I'd probably be at risk of, ending up hung from a tree. Is there someone in town who could help? No, I don't want to ask that either. I do want to ask, you said something about Hollowborn and Widewind's legacy. I do want to know about that because, well, I don't know what it is. I guess I'll ask the third one. I forget that you foreigners do not have this curse in your homelands. The Hollowborn have been a scourge upon the Darwood for almost 15 years now. He lowers his voice to a whisper. Children born without souls. Oh, so I guess they're people born without, without souls, but I mean, just retarded kids, I guess, or something like that. Or dead kids, or something, I don't really know. He shakes his head. Pitiful, dumb things that breed. Breathe, barely, but do not truly live. Some say the Hollowborn are a disease. Some say they are a punishment from the gods. He raises his empty hands. In truth, no one knows, but they begin spreading after the Saint Wars. And so the name Widewind's Legacy stuck in honor of that foul, blasphemous pretender. His voice shakes with vitriol. Okay. I see is the only answer. Lord Raedric's decrees may seem strict at times, but he has our best interests at heart. He nods. If you have any other questions, don't hesitate to ask. It's important that everyone in Gilded Vale understands our rules. Well, I actually have to use one of these. I guess I'll go with I've been feeling strange ever since a close call with the Buak.
Whatever your problem, it sounds like a matter for an animancer. However, the only animancer in Gilded Vale isn't in any condition to speak. Consider yourself fortunate. After she failed Lord Raedric, we saw to it that she wouldn't profit from the misplaced trust of others. A bad cure is often worse than none at all.
So she's
But
dead.
if you're set on finding a bottle of troll piss or a dead Audra pebble to rub on your forehead, you're welcome to check her pockets. A little corpse stink is nothing when you're digging for shit. My advice, however, is to be satisfied that you escaped and leave it at that.
Whoa, so this guy's pretty rude. Goodbye.
Keep out of...
Oh, that's the bell tolling.
Listen!
2 tolls. Let that be the last.
3. Gods have mercy.
It seems your arrival is ill-timed.
Okay, I guess third means that his son or daughter was born Hollowborn.
3 bells toll only for the death of a Raedric. I fear Lord Raedric's heir is lost, or else Hollowborn, and so lost all the same. You should tread carefully. Circumstances have changed a great deal.
I'm gonna say don't threaten me, little... Well, I don't want to because I'm not an aggressive person. I can be sure of nothing right now. I advise you to get some rest. The inn, or stable for all I care. Find me afterwards. I will know more soon enough. Farewell. Okay, that was creepy. This tree is creepy. This place is creepy. And this guy, Urgot, is really creepy. Jeez. This could be called Creepy City for all I care. It's that creepy. There's this guy, he's named Adair.
Were you looking for someone in that tree? I could introduce you.
This guy has a portrait as well. Looking for anyone who could help me feel better. My condolences. Okay. Welcome to our lovely... Oh wait, he's not going to talk to us. Oh, this guy's a portrait as well. A lot. Oh, I guess he was probably going to be one of our... Wait, never mind. You see 4 people gathered by the door to the inn. Their raised voices and chopping gestures suggest an argument reaching its climax. The first figure raises his hands for calm, his face partially obscured by a hood, but his height and stature suggest an elf.
I meant no offense. Let's put this matter to rest over a round, shall we? My treat.
Hoping to soothe our pride with a few Adira coppers, eh? We don't need your coin.
Well, she spat at his feet as well, so that's pretty rude. Everyone calm down. Whatever this is about, I'm sure it's an overreaction. One of the other men glares at the hooded elf. His eyes are red from drink, but his gaze is focused. We're humble folk, but we're no fools. Not like he thinks. Mocking us while he shelters in our village. We don't take that kind of talk from foreigners, especially not Aedirans. And I assume Aedirans are elves, because they did say he was about the size of an elf.
Go on. Say it again. I'm itching for an excuse.
Fie, you're itching for the kindling touch of your sister, you cock's feather!
Oh, well, that's weird. That's a second voice. He spoke different earlier.
I'll cut that barrel-licking tongue out of your head.
This is a misunderstanding. I didn't say whatever it is you think I said. We've nigh quarrel.
Weird.
That's where you're wrong.
Ooh. This is unnecessary. Wouldn't you rather be inside drinking than out here arguing? We don't want your charity either, foreigner. They squint at you through red, blurry eyes. It sounds suspiciously like you're defending him. Whoa, they attacked me as well? Crazy. Just for saying that you should calm down? Oh, we can one-hit these guys.
Go.
No wonder we've a huge mace and they're unarmored. This guy's a mace too, I think. Is that a mace? As the last of the attackers falls, the elf turns to you, the tension almost gone from his smooth face.
Not quite how I hoped to get to know the neighbors. Thank you for your timely assistance with that awkward situation.
I'm glad I could help.
Courtesy is a rare pleasure in these parts. Though your accent suggests that you are no more local than I.
That's true. He straightens his hood, and you note the remains of a fraying embroidery on his gloves. His boots are caked with the dirt of many months' travel, but the leatherwork beneath it is sturdy and fine.
Well, I suppose introductions are in order after that little fiasco. Aloth Corvisor, at your service.
How did you manage to get stuck out here? That is something of a long story.
I'm a wizard by training, and an adventurer by necessity. I was born in the Seathwood, part of the mainland of the Adir Empire, and both of my parents served the nobility, which afforded me an education for which I am grateful. However, there were no open positions in those houses, and so I decided to seek new means in a new land.
Okay. I like the way we're talking over like the dead bodies as well.
And how exactly did you come to be here?
I was travelling with a caravan, but we were separated near some ruins.
In Gwithan ruins? Well, those can be dangerous places during the best of times, which these are not. And half the locals would arrest you for trespassing and the rest would kill you outright. I'm curious, what exactly did you find there?
Now, I'm very curious because I said we were separated at some ruins. How did he know they were in Gwithan ruins? Or are all ruins in Gwithan? But I certainly didn't say they were in Gwithan. I should know, I'm reading the dialogue. I'm going to say a bivouac, because we did find a bivouac there, but we don't want to tell them about the hooded figures.
And you survived? I've heard such a thing was impossible. But it seems you either have a knack for timing or the favor of the gods.
What are you doing in Gilded Vale?
Excellent question. I came looking for fresh air and cheap land. Instead, the magistrate gave me directions to the inn and a story about the local lord's expectant wife. But I take it that's a familiar tale.
Yes, it is. Like you said, I'm also a settler.
Indeed. In that case, welcome to Gilded Vale, a true refuge from civilization.
And I should get going?
As should I, given recent events. It's just as well. I've had enough of the watered wine and lumpy beds at the inn. They say even the owner tired of the place. Just up and left one day. It explains quite a lot about the upkeep. Perhaps I could join you. I could use a change of scenery, and I find it's better to travel in numbers.
Okay, so he's offering to travel with us, but I don't really trust him. Not only is his portrait pretty, dark and not really paladin-y, but I don't know, I don't trust him at all. I prefer to travel light maybe later. If he's around here still, we can pick him up, I guess. But I do want to create my own adventures, which you can do at inns. So I will...
I quite understand. A few more nights of stringy stew won't kill me, I suppose. Though if that dog goes missing, I may have to fast.
I guess you can pick up all this stuff. Whoa, they got a lot of gold. Crazy. Yeah, and some clubs. Alright. I guess we can rest in here. We can also maybe buy some things and get some adventures, hire his
Hail
sellswords.
and well met.
Oh, Tenfrith. Okay, so hello and welcome to the innkeeper looks up. Oh, it's you. Tenfrith told us what you did for him. It's such a relief that you have him back. I can't thank you enough. Consider yourself a favourite of the house. Discounts on drinks, rooms. Tenfrith said he wanted to whip up something nice for you. He's already back to work at the kitchen. She laughs. So what would you like? Okay, I would like to see what you have for sale first. Okay. I want to sell from my stash, I guess. Do we want to sell all of these items? Maybe not, but we will sell everything that isn't something we might need. The poleaxe, 1622. That's quite strong. I mean, we don't need anything below this point, right? The pike, no. We really don't need anything after this, if I'm honest. And that's for the armors. I mean, I guess, is there any really light armors? Maybe we keep one of those. Not really, there is actually none with below 25%. There's 0%, but they're not really armors, are they? I guess this stuff is not... Oh wait, we can sell some of this. We don't need this many torches. What about wolf hides? I'll get rid of those. They're not crafting materials, they're not in the crafting section. Okay, so we can get 614 copper. Is that enough to do anything with? Maybe not. I wonder if she sell anything interesting. Some camping supplies, but we've got 4 of those. Should be fine. We can hire a level 1 adventurer for 250. So maybe we should hire 2 adventurers so that we have a party equal to what we had with Howden and Kaliska. I guess it'll be fine. We want a human, I think. The reason is it's not going to be our tank character. No, we want a an Oma. No, dwarf. Possibly not. Orlin, godlike. Yeah, godlike, I guess. You know, it'd be cool, a druid. Nature godlike. Okay. Actually, can we get a moon godlike? Okay, I like this. Body type. Oh, so I guess these copy. I get that. I get what they since they can be born into any race, I guess that's why it's like this. Alma are the biggest. But I think I'll go human. Rogue, wizard, paladin, druid. I know nature is kind of a druid thing, but whatever. A spirit shift, so I need to pick a spirit shift. What do each of them do? Okay, it applies damage over time with its melee attacks and regenerates lost endurance. High damage reduction, faster attacks, AoE damage, and knock enemies prone. I actually think the boar might be the best, because it heals and damage over time. So it's kind of like the middle, kind of best of both worlds kind of scenario. And this is a druid, so we need, oh, intellect is highly recommended for druid. Maybe it's, oh, it's probably, let me have a look. These are area of effect, damage abilities. Yeah, they're all area effect ones. Okay, so intellect is actually useful. Well, we could put this up to 18, because it is its main stat. 48% area of effect, 40% duration, 16 will. What do we want in the rest? He's going to probably be a more melee focused character, so maybe maybe some constitution, maybe up to 12. Dexterity and perception we can put at 12 each, and might at about 14. That looks kind of good, yeah. As for the where he's from, I don't think it matters too much. You only get +1. I think it's better to just focus on the equipment you get, because you want a nice two-handed. Can we get a two-handed big weapon? Yeah, look at this, old Valleya. I like that more. I like that. I don't know what that weapon is. It looks like a pollux, but or a halberd or something of that sort. As for the background, I actually want mechanics. Can we get 2 mechanics from anything? No, we can't. Athletics mechanics, I guess, is the best. Ooh, creepy. Look at that face. That one's probably the best. I like this head the most, though. The colors... white and green. Or is there a bright... there's a blue. Sure.
Hey there.
Now I am the leader of the group.
I'm here. I'm flattered.
Ah!
Perfect. And his name is going to be Valleya. So I'm actually literally naming them off of their culture. And we can level up as well. So we can get some points into the lore. Up to 5. And, we can get a paladin ability. So we can get... oh, these are... oh, cool. So these are buffs, I guess. And this is a heal. Now, let's have a look at our buffs, though. Friendly or... okay, so we get one of these, and we can only have one of them, and pretty much what it does is gives friendly aura plus 6 accuracy. Okay, so this actually just buffs our accuracy. This is useless. When you're running away, I guess. Well, not useless, but it helps you when you're running away. But the thing is, I don't think we ever want to run away. I mean... we could probably prevent ever needing to run away by just having more stats. Plus 3. And this is damage reduction. So this is damage buff, and this is damage reduction. I think I'll go for damage buff. And then we're done. That's the level up, done. And I think we'll create one more character. And then we'll just do that. Do you know anyone looking for work? Okay. Oh, we can create a level 2 adventure. We can afford this as well. Can we do both levels? I hope we can like set both levels. Like we can actually choose a level up. Not a tanky character, a ranger maybe. Okay, dexterity, perception, all good. Yep, so this is 4 meters away. Ranger. Marked prey. Sure. Okay, so wounding shot is a damage over time. I like it actually. Ooh, what companion to choose? Superior defenses. Okay, so tankier. High damage reduction. When they're damaged, they do more damage. They have a terrifying roar. AoE damage. They do high damage and can track down enemies who run away. Now, I actually, the speed is what I wanted to check, if they're all the same speed, because the ones we've seen are all average so far, but there could be one that's fast or slow, and we just want to rule those out because they all look about the same. I'm actually thinking of the wolf. The wolf at least has higher damage. I mean, yeah. I'm gonna call the companion wolf. I guess we're going to want high might. We're gonna put this at 14 at least, and perception is accuracy. Okay, so we can put this up to 16, I guess. Resolve? No. I don't see the reason we'd need this if we're a ranger. We can put this down to 8 maybe. Intellect is, you know, not that important. We can put that at 10. Dexterity and constitution, we don't need either of those. In fact, I think we'll actually buff this up to 16, this up to 16, and this up to 18. No, actually, I feel better if I put resolve up at 10 again. Safer. Is there any way we can get a do we want a bow or do we want a... That's a long bow, it seems. Huh. I'm trying to find something that kind of suits the character, I guess. Rautai. Where was the one that gave us dexterity? This? I guess we'll take this. What do we need its skills to be? Raider? Nah. Athletics, lore? No. Stealth, survival. Is there survival plus athletics? Oh, there is. Okay. The white looks quite nice. Okay. And here can be... Okay, excellent. No, that's fine. And I'm not too really bothered about the hair. That's fine.
A blade in the dark.
Eh? I've got this. Quickly and quietly.
There we go. And I'm just going off Archipelago with the name. I didn't want to do Archie though, because that's a weird name for this kind of character. So yeah, I really am inventive with the names of these characters. I just, you know, have to go with the easiest. Okay, so can we get a rest? I'd like a room, please. These are actually really cheap, thankfully enough. And we're gonna rest. Your sleep is restless and fevered, assaulted by hisses and whispers, blanketed with suffocating anxiety. You open your eyes to awaken. You find yourself in front of Gilded Vale's Gallows 3. The creaking of its ropes growing louder in your mind until the sound is deafening. Hanging from the tree is an old dwarf woman whose face is shriveled inward like mouldering fruit. Her head hangs limply to one side as you look at her. She looms larger and larger in your mind until she is mere inches from your face. Suddenly, her head snaps up and her eyes open, and they are empty behind them is a vast nothingness that makes your stomach drop. Her mouth slowly parts, and with a gust of rancid air she speaks a word. Watcher. You jolt awake, the foul smell of the dwarf woman's breath still permeating with your nostrils. Sweat runs down your face in thick droplets, and your skin is soaked from head to toe. You remember the woman. You remember seeing her decaying face when you spoke with the magistrate. He called her an animancer. Okay, I don't know what that is, but they mentioned that earlier on. Tried to cure the Duke or the Lord Raedric the Seventh, but didn't work and was hung from the tree, I guess. Okay, though it fills you with new, queasy apprehension, you feel strange compulsion to see this woman once more, if only to confirm she is truly dead. Okay. So, oddly enough, this guy here did not level up, but this character we just got did. Even though this one's level 2 and the other one was level 1. I don't know how that worked, but whatever. As for we don't really need, honestly, survival, but we want to put a couple of points in athletics just so that we're okay. Next. Ooh. I'm interested. Oh, actually, he did level up, because didn't we not get to choose the, oh no, never mind. I'm so confused. We did... Wait, this is her 3rd level? No, level 2. Oh, we're getting to level up simply because... Oh wait, I'm so confused. Did we... Oh my god. We're leveling up another time. We've already leveled up once. I was getting confused there about who leveled up and when. Plus 30 defense. Okay, so the ranger is animal. The companions will get these boosts. Okay. Okay, that's the plus 3 damage reduction against all damage types. Plus 30 defense against all the different stun, kind of charm-dominated, confused attacks, I guess. And this is plus 30% damage on the companion. But it says of sneak attack damage of targets that qualify. I'm so confused. Is that just flat 30% or is it only against sneak? Because this contradicts this. Because this doesn't say anything about sneak, the effects part. It gives plus 10 accuracy to wounding shot, I guess. Wounding shot is that dot that we got earlier on. And this is... Okay. Okay, I get this. This is just a flat 15% damage buff to the companion. I guess I'll take that. That seems to be the best. But you can actually... Is this a one-handed or two-handed weapon? I assume it's two-handed. And this... Oh, these... Oh, maybe it's neither. Maybe it's the this marksman thing. Plus 5 accuracy against distant enemies. I'm gonna go with Vicious Companion, though. I don't know what percentage of the ranger's total damage comes from their pet, but if it's half, that's still a 7% damage buff, I guess. It seems weaker now that I think about it. Okay, so we've rested. Oh, we need to go see the woman on the tree that's hanging there dead. Okay, this game can be very confusing. I must admit, I wasn't sure what was going on there and I got a bit confused, but thankfully I do know what's going on now. It just happened that the ranger got a bit more XP for some reason and thus leveled up twice, now level 3. I'm level 3 I believe, and I believe that our other druid is level 1. I can have 6 companions in my party at a time, so I guess I'll go back to the tree. Oh, it's up here, isn't it? This is different. Oh, there's the woman. Caldara de Bernazzi. The squat, distended body of an elderly dwarf woman dangles from a thin, crooked bow that sags at the tug of her noose. The bloated purple flesh of her neck, worn away in patches like moth-eaten linen, bulges over the rope that suspends her, and her lifeless head lolls forward rigidly from one side to the other when the breeze shifts. This is, very morbid, I must say. You perceive a faint glow around her that casts no light on its surrounding, but there is a tepid warmth to it, and you feel somehow that you could reach out and touch it, not with your hands, but with some aspect of yourself that has no worldly dimension. Reach out for the woman. Ooh. You take a deep breath, clearing your mind, focusing on your objective. As you exhale, you feel yourself spreading out toward the hanging woman, perceiving all that lies between her and you with a new, unfamiliar awareness. Once you have expanded enough to reach her, there's a sudden jolt to your mind, a ringing, electric surge of images and words and sounds. Involuntarily, you shut your eyes and feel yourself being pulled down to some deeper consciousness in a space occupied only by you and the hanging woman. And when you open them again, she is staring at you with eyes clouded in a milky fog, her body still swaying in a wind you no longer feel from a tree that stands planted in a misty void. The woman gives a slow nod of her head, and the rope creaking as she does so, and she smiles at you. Have you come
here for me, dear? Or have you gotten lost? Ah, it is both, I think. Yes?
Okay, that freaked me out. I started reading her dialogue, and then she came in, the voice actor, because it comes in randomly. I'm not sure what's. I guess it's only the dialogue that she does say, and I was reading not dialogue, but actual just descriptive text. And now, what do we reply to her with? I need to understand something that's happened to me. She nods, a look of pity on her face, as though consoling a child.
The world looks a little different than it used to, is that it? Feels like you're noticing things for the first time that have always been there.
She nods.
You have seen past the shroud. It only takes an instant. Your soul remembers, yes? Remembers how it sees when it leaves the body, like being reminded of a dream you had forgotten. You are a watcher now, and a watcher you will stay.
So as a watcher, is that why I could see the spirit of the dead body killed by the bear? That's why I could talk and, see his last moments? It would seem that way. So what is a watcher? I guess it's someone who can talk to spirits. Am I imagining this? I'm not going to ask that. I do know I'm not imagining it. How are you able to speak to me? I'm interested in that. I think I survived a bioact, I want to know something about you. How are you able to speak to me?
Is that what we're doing? Perhaps it just seems that way. Perhaps it is the easiest way for your mind to make sense of it. I think it is a very good choice.
Okay.
Did you now, dear? My, that would be something, wouldn't it? Could be luck, could certainly be. A storm can be a careless thing. Or maybe it got its hands around your soul but couldn't pick it up. A soul can be heavy if it stayed in one piece through its time. Strong souls, we call them in the trade. Cold, I mean. Called them. Those days are all behind me, no?
At least she's happy and, hanging from the tree.
Me? I'll bore you to tears, though.
Well, I guess, we won't.
Of course, dear.
What's a watcher?
What indeed? Long hours have many animancers spent studying such things. Not I, though. Not I. I'll tell you what I know, though, since fair is fair. And here we are, visiting, you and I, and it reminds me of better times. Souls pass on. Some say through Audra stones, which are the blood veins of the world. They leave the world for a time and are reborn into it, sometimes more than they were before, but usually less and seldom the same. For all souls there is a time where they do not live, yet have not passed on, and those souls roam the world, same as you or I, either leaving or lost. But no one sees them because they have forgotten how. A watcher sees, though, knows what to look for. And sometimes they know a person just by looking at them. know where they've been in ages past when their bodies were other bodies. See memories even their owner can't recall. A wonder to behold when all goes well. A wonder! No, I think not. A pity that. It would be simpler. A mercy even. To not have to wander anymore, no? Alas, we are here, you and I, wherever here may be. Oh, nothing to be afraid of, I'm sure. It's just much to take in for some. Sometimes there's trouble sleeping or other difficulties. You should see old Meerwald. He could tell you much more than I. A watcher just like you. Helped many in his day. Took up in an old keep no one would claim. Not far, not far. Kadnua, beyond the Black Meadow. He will welcome the company. Goodbye, my dear. It was lovely visiting.
Okay, so we need to head to Cadnua to meet Meerwald. And I need to go through Black Meadow, I believe she said. Wow, oh, that was creepy.
17 and a half.
He just said 17 and a half. The smell of pipe smoke, at once earthy and sweet, winds its way into your nostrils. Your eyes trace the smoke to its origin, where you find a broad man with straw-coloured hair leaning against a mossy rock wall, his pipe held to his lips with one meaty hand. He looks directly in your eyes, but the look is not aggressive. He regards you with a peculiar smirk.
17 and a half. Well, it could be 18, depending on how you count the dwarf woman. The dwarf woman. You were trying to figure out whether to count her as a full person. I think you oughta.
That's actually pretty funny.
The people hanging from the tree. 18 of them. Well, last I counted anyway. Name's Adair. Though to the people around here, might as well be 19.
Ooh.
Don't think I'd put you much higher than 22, 23 tops. You look like the sort that likes to get involved. I was smoking over here, saw you staring at her. Twice I refilled my pipe. You never so much as blinked. Your mouth was so slack I took you for a Radric at first.
Impossible. I don't drool half as much. I guess I have to go with the sarcastic answer. Okay. Do you know the Watchers?
Careful, friend. Let's not use that word round here. Could be any number of Radric bootlickers within earshot. Ciphers, Animancers, Watchers. Same thing in the eyes of folks around here, Radric especially. They come through these parts all the time with their cures, preying on the desperate. None of them are who they claim to be. Of course, seeing you with that funny look, I'd be halfway inclined to believe you were having some kind of communion with that dwarf. Either case, maybe I'm not 19 after all.
None taken. Good. They don't mean it's personal when they hang folks here. I have to remind myself. Okay.
The town's had it in for me for a long time now. Only fellow who ever stuck up for me, well, he's number 18 up there. My headman on the farm. Used to be my captain during the war.
Oh, wow. Got involved. Radric sent men down here the other day. They said they had it on good authority someone in the town was working with Kulsk, plotting Radric's overthrow. Said if he didn't come forward right then and there, they'd hang every last one of us. No one was coming forward, so Swithin, that's my headman, he steps up and says it's him. They took him at his word. Oh, so he gave himself up just so he could save the rest of the people. He sighs and shakes his head, his eyes fixed on that tree. Bound to happen sooner or later, if not for plotting against Radric, then for protecting me. Farewell. Oh. This is confusing, because sometimes the dialogue just isn't voiced, and sometimes it is, and whatever. I get the weirdest feeling you're waiting around for them to hang me so you can have one of your watcher talks with me. That's just not right. What does the town have against you?
Pick the wrong god. That's what it comes down to. Used to be a lot of Aethys worshippers in Gilded Vale. That mess of rocks over there, that was a temple to him, to give you some idea. Then one day, somebody named Widewind shows up on Deerwood's doorstep. Says he's the living flesh of Aethys. Got an army with him. Suddenly, Aethys isn't so popular in these parts. My brother Woden and me, neither of us believed it. No way was that Aethys. He enlisted, then I did too. But, he didn't make it back. After the war, people took to punishing Aethys worshippers, accusing them of treason. Got real ugly, especially after the legacy started. Folks needed someone to blame. I was safe because I fought, but then this rumor starts that my brother, that he was on the wrong side. And I wasn't so safe anymore. Until my headman stepped in and said they'd have to hang him to get to me. Seems that's no longer a concern. Of course, the townies don't do the hanging these days, but when Raedric's men come, they got no problem doing the pointing. The town's had it in for me for a long time now. Only fellow who ever stuck up for me, well, he's number 18 up there.
If you're
my
next...
headman on the farm.
Sorry.
Used to be my captain during the war.
If you're next to be hanged, what are you still doing here? Drinking mostly. I like this guy a lot. Point of fact, I'm on my way out, just haven't figured out where I'm going yet. Not a whole lot of place out there that don't think Waidwin's legacy started with Waidwin. Well, that makes sense. So Waidwin's legacy is obviously a curse. That causes children to be born without souls, I guess. We could travel together. Where are you headed? Someplace called Cad Nua. There's an old watcher there who might be able to help me.
Seem to remember hearing something about that years ago. He tamed that place. People would seek him out for all kinds of things. Troubles of the soul, questions for the departed. Of course, that was back when you didn't have to say watcher with a hush on your breath. A man such as that, there'd be things I'd want to ask him. Don't know why I never thought of it before. Not sure how I feel about setting out with a stranger. And a strange one at that. But, truth be told, you might be the only one in town who wouldn't feel some relief seeing me swing from that tree. Alright then. Guess I'll do some sight.
Yeah, okay. Sorry, I was just checking the timer, and let's get going. So, we're gonna do quick balls. And yeah, that's, sorry. And yeah, that's the end of this episode. This was part 3 of Let's Play Pillars of Eternity, and we've got a big party now, 4 people. Not huge, but still, you know, it's okay. We just met Adair, this guy right here, and he looks to be like a fighter character. I'm not sure if he's a fighter or a paladin or whatever. I think he's a fighter. And we've got a new druid and a ranger. So yeah, we just upped our... Oh, we even got a Mr. Wolf here. I think his name is literally Wolf, yeah. Okay, thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. And, you know, check out the next episode too.